Welcome to Don Bosco in a Year podcast.
Day 62. Woe to Turin. Gabriel Faskio. When the items were on public show, the gunpowder magazine near the cemetery of St. Peter in Chains blew up on 26 April 1852. The concussion that followed was horrible and violent. Many buildings near and far were shaken, and serious damage was reported from it. Of the workmen, 28 were killed. That the disaster was not even worse was due to a certain sergeant named Sacco, who, at great personal risk, prevented the fire from reaching a bigger supply of powder. This could have destroyed the whole city of Turin. The oratory house, which was badly constructed, suffered serious damage. The deputies sent us an offering of 300 francs to help repair it. In connection with this incident, I would like to recall a fact which refers to one of our young artisans, Gabriel Faskio. The previous year, he fell ill and was at death's door. At the height of his delirium, he kept saying over and over, "Woe to Turin! Woe to Turin!" His companions asked him, "Why?" "Because it's threatened by a terrible disaster." "What kind of disaster?" "A horrible earthquake," he answered. "When's it coming?" "Next year." "Oh, woe to Turin on 26 April. What should we do? Pray to Aloysius to protect the oratory and those who live in it. It was then that, at the request of all the youngsters of our house, a Pater, Ave, and Gloria, addressed to this saint, were added to our common morning and evening prayers. In fact, relative to the danger, our house suffered slight damage, and there were no injuries to our borders. Meanwhile, the work on the church of St. Francis de Sales went on with incredible speed, and in the space of 11 months, it was completed. On 20th June 1852, it was consecrated for divine worship with a solemnity that was more unique than rare amongst us. At the entrance to the courtyard, an arch of colossal height was erected. On it, in outsized letters was written, in letters of gold, "We shall write on every side, may this day live forever." From every side echoed these verses, which had been put to music by Maestro Joseph Bianchi of happy memory. "Sooner shall the setting sun return to its rising. Sooner shall every river return to its source. Than shall the memory of this beautiful day be forgotten amongst us." The following words were recited and sung with ardent enthusiasm. As a bird flits from branch to branch, goes searching for trusty shelter, etc. This was the opening lines of an ode which Don Bosco composed to relate the adventures of the wandering oratory. The 16 stanzas in Italian are reproduced in Appendix 9, Volume 4 of the biographical memoirs. Many newspapers reported this celebration. On 1st June that same year, a mutual aid society was established to stop our boys from enrolling in the so-called Worker Society, which, right from its start, showed that its principles were anything but religious. One may refer to the booklet we published. It served its purpose wonderfully. Our Aid Society later converted into an affiliated conference of the St. Vincent de Paul Society, which is still functioning. The church was built, but needed all kinds of furnishings. Civic charity did not let us down. Commander Joseph Dupré undertook to decorate a chapel dedicated to Saint Aloysius and buy a marble altar which still adorns the church. Another benefactor undertook to fit the choir loft, where a small organ was set up for the day boys. Mr. Michael Scanagati brought a complete set of candlesticks. Marcus Fossati undertook to supply Our Lady's altar and provided a set of bronze candlesticks, and later the statue of Our Lady. Father Cafasso paid all the expenses incurred for the pulpit. The high altar was provided by Dr. Francis Valori and completed by his son Peter, a priest. Thus, in a short time, the new church fitted with everything needed for both private and solemn ceremonies.
Thank you for joining us today on this journey to know Don Bosco. May these reflections deepen our faith, guide us closer to God each day, and hope to see you all tomorrow. Till then, keep seeking, keep praying, keep growing.